Welcome to Practical Talk with Floris Lyman. Compliments of the season to you viewers. Wow, it's been a whole year from January and we are now in December. It's not by mistake. By God's special grace, we are here this evening, and wherever you're joining us from, I want to say thank you for joining. Please share this video because we have such a vital information tonight that we just want to pass on to as many of us who use social media. I don't know what you're using it for, but I believe what we have today is going to benefit a lot of us. So please share this program, if not for you, for your friends also who are using social media, so that they can all be part of this. So thank you for joining Practical Talk with Floris Lyman. There's always an awareness program taking place here. We also do empowerment programs. We celebrate and uplift others, the good things that others are doing. If you have a charity that you're running, any good cause that you're doing, if you have a young person that is doing something excellent in their lives, this platform is here to celebrate them. And we've been running this for the last 2 Sundays throughout this year. But at such a time like this today, it's a special broadcast, and apologies if I was not on yesterday, but today is special, and this will be the last program for this 2022. What a privilege and what an honor to have. Well, if you would like to feature on this program, please do not hesitate to contact me on Floris Lyman at gmail.com. Again, my name is Pastor Floris Lyman. I am a minister in word and in song. As you can see, I'm a church show host. I also do online and in-person event. I do host your in-person events and online events. And also, I am a speaker. Again, if you would like to feature on this program, please do not hesitate to contact me. Telephone number is also there. Well, viewers, I'm just giving us a few seconds just for us to all log in and share this program so that others can benefit from it. As you can see, the title here says, how will social media benefit you? How will it benefit you and I? I am using it. If you are on this platform, if you have an account, you're surely using it. How will it benefit you? How well are we using it? How well is it going to benefit us moving forward in 2023? And I have our amazing guest with us tonight by the name of Lady Beatrice Adisa Yakubu. She will be taking us through this journey this evening on how we can maximize our full potentials on social media, how we can do that, how we can make that successful, how we can make that happen. It's not just being on there. It's nice to share pictures. You go, you share your activities, you share fun, but there are some things that needs to be unveiled. Once we know that, then we will be making such a huge impact, not only on our own lives, but also in the lives of others. Yeah, that we are reaching out. So thank you very much once again. Without further ado, I want to introduce our speaker for tonight. Our speaker is a mom. She is a wife. She is a social media entrepreneur with a mission to support 1,000 parents build with their children. So maybe as a parent, you are on here and also your children are using social media. This is also for your children. We have children, young people who are up and coming and are doing great things. You want to promote them out there in a safe environment. So she wants to do that. She has a mission to do that in a fun, fruitful way to build up with their children a family business, thereby fostering greater bond and relationship between parents and kids. Her desire to spend more time with her children led her to start a business Now, when she discovered social media marketing was a profitable business, you see, when she discovered that social media marketing was a profitable business, she invited her daughters to work with her. Can you work? Can two work together? Wow. After she and her daughter's success online got noticed, so you see, other parents wanted to know how to do the same. So she recently launched a new business with her daughters called Simply Family Business to train parents build amazing businesses with their kids. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform, Lady Beatrice Yakubu. Thank you so much, Lady Beatrice, and please say hello to our viewers.
Thank you, Pastor Flores. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you and your audience tonight about how social media can benefit us in 2023. So it is a privilege to be a part of this community, and I do not take that lightly. And also to be the last speaker for the year and on your platform is amazing, isn't it? So yes, thank you so much for that. And yes, take it away. Let's start sharing what we know, what social media can do for us in 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are not wasting time. Please make notes because by 2023, by the special grace of God, you want to be maximizing your social media platform. Honestly, if your young people in your family have one, you want to help them as well to build theirs. So the first question I would like to pose this evening is to find out, is social media still, because there will be many ways forward in 2023, many ways. I believe, but I'm going to leave that for you to respond. Is social media still one of the way forward in 2023? Hmm.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. I know you know the answer already, but of course you had to leave it to me to to answer that for your audience. Before I say yes or no or whatever the decision comes to in the end, I just want us to look at the statistics of social media to start with. So for social media currently, the population that is on social media is a 4.6 billion people. Now, the world population has just crossed 8 billion not long ago. So it means that we are, for social media alone, people that are congregating on social media, that's like nearly 60% of the world population. If you take children out, it means that we are even closer to 70 and 80% of adults in this world that are on social media. What does that mean for you and me? It means that if you want to have an impact in whichever way, so whether it is business, whether it is ministry, whether it is influence in the lives of other people, you want to be where people are. Where else can you find the people? Where else can you meet people who have the likes or who have are interested in whatever it is that you want to share? I believe that there has never been a better time. There has never been a better opportunity for us to amplify our voice and for us to be able to impact people in various ways, using this congregation or using this power of leveraging social media. Because if you think about it, Facebook alone is 2.9 billion. Like, can you just, like, I want to repeat that 2.9 billion on just Facebook alone. And statistically, YouTube is over 2 billion. WhatsApp is also close to 2 billion. Instagram is over a billion. And TikTok that was just launched is over a billion. I will stop there because I can keep going. But here is the thing. What does this mean for you when I mention these figures? Because when I'm talking about the billions of people, even if you spend 5 minutes a day on social media, you are part of the statistics. Now, someone can say that, oh, I don't use social media much. Statistically, we spend 2.5 hours on average a day on social media. Now, if you calculate that, that's a lot of hours. And for those of my friends who would say that I do not go on Facebook, I do not go on Instagram, hang on a minute. You are on WhatsApp. And the time that you are using to communicate with people back home in Africa or wherever around the world, that is also part of social media. So that's people who know how to use this opportunity are using it powerfully. And that is my message, because if people are using this for the betterment of their life, impacting lives, impacting society, changing things here and there, really improving things around themselves, making a living for themselves, I believe that it's about time for us going into 2023 to think critically. If others are doing it, why can't I? If I am shopping every day online and researching things on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, why can't I sell on this platform? Why can't I amplify my voice on this platform? So yes, social media is very relevant moving forward to 2023. And indeed, it is only those who know the relevance of it that are going to take opportunity. And that is why we're here, to urge your people to consider, using social media the other way, because we are already using it, whether we accept it or not, we are using it. But we just, the point for this is for you to think about using it in a different way that is empowering, rather than you being a consumer. That's for that. Yeah, thank you. Yes,
Wow.
yes. Yeah.
Wow. So, you know, I can only confirm that definitely it's one of the major ways forward, because I remember, for example, during the lockdown, for those of us who had churches or even people who had meetings, like you said, even if it's your WhatsApp, it's still a form of social media. Now, I'm sending this link for people to join us. What am I using? I'm using my WhatsApp. I'm maximizing it because people can join from all over the world, wherever they are. It means there is no limitation. They have access. We have access. Oh my goodness. How well are we using this access? Well, that's lead me to the next question. How best can we maximize, because like we've just mentioned, we have various platforms. Some people have Snapchat, they have Instagram, they have Twitter, they have LinkedIn, they have so much. I struggle to catch up. I think I'm mostly with Facebook and YouTube, and I'm trying with Instagram because Facebook has the relationship with Instagram, and there is a way you can collaborate the two, so it makes it easier, so you're not sharing individually. But some of us have so many, and like you say, we need to start thinking of making use of it just more than what it is right now. So, how best can we maximize our various platforms to our benefit? How best can we do that?
Thank you so much. Now, I'm glad you said that you are on a few platforms. So, well done to you, because the thing that easily gets people overwhelmed is when you're trying to be on all the platforms. Even being on one platform is enough. All you need to do is to get people to know that this is where I am, and that's it. Of course, linking up Facebook and Instagram is a great idea. So you are well on the way. In terms of how best can we use social media, the first thing is that you've got to be in the game to win it. You've got to be in it to win it. The interesting thing is, a lot of us are already in it, but we are in it in a different way, in what I would say in the non-supporting way. So my mission is to get people to really think differently, because if you have a social media account, it is not just about posting pictures of yourself, and somebody will say me, myself, and I. That is not the purpose. It is for you to kind of tailor these messages to amplify what message that you want to share with the world. Because believe it or not, we all have a message to share. We are all in this world for a reason. We are all here to serve, to serve one another. And in serving one another, obviously sharing your pictures and sharing the normal day-to-day life stuff is a great way to keep in the community. But sharing things that will empower people is the most important thing. Now, in terms of how do we maximize it, number one is, yes, a lot of us are on Facebook, for example, and I'm going to we use Facebook more because, like yourself, I am using Facebook. I use Instagram and LinkedIn as well, and YouTube sometimes. But for this discussion, I'm going to focus more on Facebook because Facebook has more of us on Facebook. Now, in terms of how can you maximize this platform, number one, you have to be in it in terms of actually creating a platform that is worthy of people seeing. So for example, if you have a pizza shop, for example, and I'm passing by the pizza shop in front of your shop, how would I know that they sell pizza here? Right? Just think about it in that sense. There has to be a sign that says pizza shop, or somebody say pizza union. I remember all those pizzas that are names that are available. There has to be a unique name to the shop. There has to be pictures of the food that you serve. For example, the pizzas. There has to be sometimes prices um, on there so that people can see, or a phone number or their social media handles or something like that, that will get me to know that, oh, this is what these people do. If I come to your Facebook platform, what would I see? Would I see you? Would I see what you do? Would I see what you stand for? And if this is something unusual for you, let me answer it one after the other. So for example, your banner is your like the placard on your front shop. For example, if you have a brick and mortar shop. Now, for most of us, it's either our children or our party dress or our whatever you name it, either than the what we actually want to communicate with people. So when the banners are created, social media is clever because they have used what was already existing in the world, in the physical world, to transfer that onto the online space. So the banner is your front shop. So you need to display for people to know that this is what you do. So for example, if you log on to my Facebook, for example, you would see on the banner, I help you and your child build a family business. And Pastor Flory is the same. She talks about the talk show. Anybody going on there straight away knows what we are about. And that is your first thing that you need to pay attention to. The next is your face. So your profile picture. In terms of your profile picture, um, and that there is no question about it, unless you have a logo. But even if you have a logo, the online space, people want to connect people with people. Now, social media is a powerful tool in that it helps people become personalized. So, for example, people that you couldn't reach out to, people that you couldn't see in those days, in our days in the 90s, now you can see them. Now you can interact with them. Why? Because of the fact that the opportunity is there for them, for you to see their face. So everybody needs to have your face on social media if you want to make an impact on social media, for that matter. Of course, if you're doing something else, that's not a problem. But what I see is that people don't want to put their face on their profile picture. Even sometimes when the profile picture is displayed, you see that the head part is cropped off or something like that, or the background is very busy, or there is no smile on the face. Like when somebody sees, in fact, recently we had our end of year party for Unique Women. And it was interesting. The people that I have seen online over the years, I haven't met them before, but when I saw them, it was like we've known each other for years. The reason being that we have seen each other online, we have been seeing pictures and all those kind of things. So when people, your profile should be able to communicate this positivity about you, so that the people can see the warmth about you when they come to your platform. Then your links. Now, I also see that a lot of us don't even know that there are links to your social media. For example, now, if you have for example, if you have a pizza shop again in Barnet, and that's my local area, and then you have another one maybe in Stratford, and then somebody visits your Barnet shop, and then in your conversation they say, "Oh, I live in Stratford." Would you not share the fact that you also have a shop in Stratford, so that they can go to shop there? That is the purpose of your link. If you have a Facebook account and you don't put your Instagram link there, you don't put your LinkedIn link there, you don't put your YouTube link there, what are you doing? You you need to communicate this for people, so that at a click of a button or a tap of on their phone, they can visit you wherever, on your website, on your on your Instagram. And bear in mind, with Instagram, the names are often different because you will be lucky to find the same name across your social media platform. So before somebody, and talking about Instagram, please don't leave the end of your link with 1+1 2 3. You need to customize it, which is also another thing. So they will generate the social media platform would give you a general link. You just need to customize it and make sure that it's linked up to everywhere. It's linked up to your Instagram. So Instagram, you need a link tree. A link tree is just it just says what is it on the tin. For example, a links in the tree, so all the links at one place, so that when somebody click, they can go to wherever you are on online. Because the more footprints that you have online, the better people would get to understand you, and indeed kind of buy into whatever message you have. Then of course your message, the message is, what are you sharing? Are you consistent? Are you, again, this sharing, you need to be consistent with what it is you are sharing. You can't be sharing about for example, sustainability today, and then okay, and then the following day you are sharing something else completely different. You can't be sharing about motivation today, and then the next day you are sharing about your love for dogs, for example. These are all good information, but you have to find out where to share things, so that there is that consistency for people to actually believe that, when they come to your site, this is what they are going to get. So in terms of maximizing your social media to serve you, it is imperative that these are the basic, I call them the fundamentals. They are so basic, but of course it's usually the basics that we miss, and that is where we don't get to where we want to be as far as optimizing our social media presence is concerned.
Wow. That was loaded. That was well contained. Thank you so much. Somebody somebody said in the chat box that people don't normally want to use their real. We live in a real world, so I think if we are not ready to put our faces out there, we have to be bold. We have to be ready to be bullied, because you have some people who just don't have anything good to say to someone. Even if you're doing something good, there is going to be a Sanballat and a Tobiah. Maybe somebody is on here, they don't know who is Sanballat and a Tobiah. These were two characters in the Bible that were opposed to someone's vision. The man called Jeremiah, he had a vision to go and rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. The people were suffering, they were dying, things were happening, the welfare was so bad. And he had a vision to go. Then came two men who wanted to stand up against him so that he could. So we're going to have people who want to distract us. We're going to have people who will want to pull your vision down, your dream, whatever you want to share. So we are here today to encourage you. It's time you make up your mind, because if you're putting out something there, so many things you just mentioned, whatever you put out there says a lot about you. That just got me. I'm just thinking where I sit now, like, Lord, help me. Yeah, because I'm a marketplace minister. I do quite other things on the side. So whatever I do, I have to be so mindful, and also have to be very intentional at the same time as to what I want. Like today now, me bringing you here is for us to empower other people, because I know by the special grace of God, one thing you spoke about was consistency. It's not been an easy job. Again, you said something out there that you say, instead of jumping from doing one platform to the other, settle down first with one, establish it, settle it before you start moving. Everybody's grace is different, and I think I operate like that. I always say I am slow but sure. So you just said that, but somebody said the reason why people don't put their profiles is because obviously we have all these imposters, we have all these fake people doing stuff. What will you suggest to our viewers? How can we beat that?
I love this question because I've often had this question before, where somebody was saying that there are malams, for example, online, that when you post something, then they will come and comment on your stuff and things like that. Now, let me address that before I come to your question. Again, it's a case of you opening up yourself to learn, because what happens with social media is that it empowers you so much. We don't know it until you avail yourself to learn. Social media gives us so much power that we could ever imagine. We think that, if you don't know, you feel that you are helpless when you put yourself out there. In fact, you have actually been empowered by being online. Why? Because they give you the autonomy or the opportunity to block people. And I think I mentioned it the last time I was here. If someone remotely is not even having the same vibes as you, and trying to cause you any headache, block them. That's number one. Number two, your settings. So a lot of us, we just open the account and that's it. You have to go to your settings and find out what is there. You can set it in a way that nobody can post on your platform. That's number one. If people tag you, they can't they are whatever it is they have posted will not show on your platform. That's number two. Number three is the fact that when some you can also set it in a way that comments from people who are not your friends is not allowed. I mean, how much do you want your Facebook to do for you so that you are safe and be able to project your voice? They have given you so much power, but we are not taking the opportunity. If you are not prepared to take these or to learn these simple things and get yourself secured, of course, you continue to shy away. To answer the question of trolls, that's the term for them. Anybody that would cause you trouble because you are trying to also impact your wealth. And remember, if you are talking on social media, I'm not on social media to be talking anyhow. No, you are trying to leave your mark in the world. That is what God created us for. If you have trolls, and this is from one of the marketing event that I went to, they said, until you have a troll, it means you are not making any noise. You are not making any impact. When people can notice you and comment, the time that you start to have haters is when you have started to segregate yourself and to become, they call it polarizing. Polarizing means that you draw a line in the sand, and this is where I stand. It doesn't matter what somebody says. This is what I believe, and this is my way forward. Now, it doesn't mean that you are going to be arrogant, but you are going to talk according to your belief. most of us Christians, and I have been one of them for years, wouldn't dare post anything about our faith online. Why? Because you don't want people to kind of say something that will offend you. Guess what? There is nobody in this world that has made a mark that wasn't in trouble in one way or the other. That wasn't that didn't have haters. So if you are prepared to have an impact in the world, think about Martin Luther King. He didn't get it easy. People literally will lose lives to be able to share the ideas or to share their belief and to share what they stand for. And I think that that is what it is that we need to be prepared to do. Now, social media will give you the protection, but also bear in mind that when you stand up for something, you are not going to have a sail smooth ride, because there are people who have nothing to do. When they see that you are doing something useful, they will come after you. So don't worry about those. Just make sure that you protect your platform, and then just go for it. Say your piece, say the things that you want to say. Because you know what? Even if one single person, if you are able to transform the life of one single person, you have done a lot. So forget about the 99, as Jesus was saying. Thank you.
Wow, that's it. If it takes that, that's my school of thought. If I have to impact one person on a daily basis, Lady B, I'm not going to lie, I reject some friend requests. And like you said, not because I feel good of my, it's not because of that. I just don't want unnecessary kind of crowd. It's nice to build an audience. We are not saying don't build an audience, but just grab any Jack and Jill. I think sometimes that's how we get ourselves into some of those issues. And like you said, there are tools there to help us. There are so many. We need to have time. We need to have time to study the tools. There are so many tools out there. Thank you, Dr. Wood. Dr. Wood said she already, I think when you were talking about the blocking and things like that, she said she does that on her group page. Thank you. We have to do something. There is so much. Yeah, but until we make the time for it, and it's nice to come on and sit and watch video, enjoy somebody doing something, enjoy, but
I say, yeah, you need to also have your voice. Don't just, I mean, I watch videos, but at least have your own voice. Or after you've watched that video, what did you learn from it? Just share it with other people. So that's what social media is all about.
thank you. Right, so let's move on to this. Leads me to the next question, because we know that we are only using it for different purposes. So, like I said, I will use myself as an example. I come on, my page is divided into two. I have the faith aspect. I also have my personal page. For many people that know me, like you said, I boldly share the gospel because that's part of me. I have many other sides to me. I'm a very social person. I network with people. I love to celebrate people. I have fun as well. If I learn something new, I come on and I put it out there, and I sometimes have responses in my inboxes to say, wow, thank you for that thing that you put there. I was actually going through that. You just never know. You see, you just spoke about the power of our voice. Somebody shared something with me last week, and I'm like, wow, I can't keep it to myself. I need to put it out there. For many that know me, I promote a lot of charity. I have some charities that I support as well. So by the special grace of God, I'm lending my voice out there. Whilst I'm there enjoying other people and what other people do, I'm lending my voice out there. And by the way, me being an author, I will not lie that my social media platforms contributed a lot to the success of my book sales. I will not lie. I made full use, maximum potential of my, of my fans, my viewers, my friends and families that are connected on there. So, There is so much that we can do, but since you are the expert, just expand a bit more. What are some of the things we can use it for? There's so many things depending on what field and what occupation, what passion and dreams that people have. Well, just list some of those things for us.
Yeah. So, of course, it's the when we talk about using social media, we are not just talking about just being there and using it just like everyone else. Because um, if you think about how social media works, it is created for free, and our details is what where the money is. So when you provide your email address, when you provide your name, your email address, and your phone number, some people do, and your date of birth, guess what? Those are gold for um, social media creators. Now, I think that's the reason why some people use fake IDs. But think about it this way: again, there is a way for you to lock out your whatever, your date of birth, for example. That must be locked. So there is a keypad. So if you're listening to me and you haven't done that, please, that is the next thing that you need to do. Find out how you can make your date of birth secret. Find out how you can make your phone number, if you have put your phone number on social media, it's already there. Even if you delete it, it's already there. Put how you can make it a secret. And when you do that, at least it's not open to the public. But the social media, the creators, they are using our profiles to promote to businesses to us. So whether you actually put your proper details or not, they still have a way of finding out who you are. So it doesn't matter whether you put your true details or not. They have a way. They call it the algorithm. It will demonstrate. It will track how you are using social media, what you are posting, the type of content that you like. So when you're scrolling, when you scroll and you slow down, the algorithm notice that you actually have interest in this. So for example, if I'm scrolling and I see Pastor Flores post and I slow down, it knows that I kind of like Pastor Flores and I like what she has posted. So these are the ways that they have studied us so that they can provide marketers or business owners the details. They don't provide your individual details for sure. They provide the data for them to then target people who are interested in what they have to sell and what they have to share. Now, how can we use social media? A lot of us say that social media is a scam, online is a scam, and all those kind of things, especially within our community. It's sad. Why? Because if you think about it that way, that's just scaremongering. If you know how to do it, and they say that what if you want to hide treasure from a black person, put it in a book, because we don't want to read. If we open ourselves to reading and studying the actual platforms, we will know the gold that is in it. And indeed, you will know also how to use it to your own benefit. Now, if you think about as a business, how does business use social media? Of course, Pastor Flori just alluded to the fact that she uses it to sell her books. And I know that her daughter also does a lot of things, including being a makeup artist and so on and so forth. That's business. You use social media to get to people that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to get to. For me, for example, I got to know Pastor Flores through social media. Otherwise, where else would I have known her? There are thousands, if not, hundreds and thousands of us who have known each other in our circles, for example, through social media. That is powerful because it's giving us the opportunity not only to know each other, but also to promote each other, but also to serve each other. Because if I know Pastor Flori and I buy her book, guess what? I'm supporting her and she is supporting me, because if I read that book, The Resilient Woman, I'm going to pick up things in there that will help me in my personal journey. That will help me in my personal life. So I'm not just following her for following sake, but I'm following her so that the ideas that God has given her, the ideas that she has availed herself to learn, I would be able to benefit from them. And how would I benefit her rather than pay her for some of the things that she will sell? So that's one aspect of social media that you can use to empower yourself. And for those of us who keep saying it's a scam, it is better we open our minds up, because we are the ones putting our credit cards into the internet every day buying things. Please, we can also sell. We don't need to continuously consume. We can also sell. And we talk about risk. Oh, what if I lose my money and all those kind of things? Yes, there is nothing risk-free in this world. If you know how to do it, you are going to, it's not going to be overnight, definitely. But sure, slowly but surely, you are going to get to that point where you can also confidently sell to people and sell your knowledge, sell the products that you produce, and so on. Now, that's for business. The number two aspect is, and regarding business, there's so many statistics. 85% of marketers actually use Facebook because they trust that Facebook will get them customers. Why would they be paying Facebook to market their businesses on Facebook if they weren't getting more money in return? So that is it. 200 million people in the US businesses are on Facebook. Why? Because it produces results for people. So if you are using Facebook and it's not working, it is not that Facebook doesn't work. It is, are you working it? Anyway, you need to work it properly for it to work for you. Now, ministries. This is, I love this one because I have a lot of pastor friends, and I keep banging on the fact that you need to be amplifying your voice online. Why? Because there are many souls to be won. There are people who won't go to church, but they will click on that button to listen to that message that you're sharing. If you are preaching on Zoom, if you are doing Bible studies, if you are doing sermons on Sundays, if you are doing whatever it is that you're doing, please just link it up to Facebook. It won't cost you anything. Unless, of course, it's a private meeting, church meeting, but let it be out there, because you don't know who is listening. The grace for Facebook is that once you put something there, is there forever. I have stumbled on people that have scrolled to, a very long time. I have seen the content that they have posted, and you don't know who it will impact. The other thing is that after you have, so for example, oh, before I get to that point, I see that people will say live, and if my lady is listening, I'm not going to mention her name, but she knows that I always say, please put the title of the talk on the thing, because if it's just a video, nobody will be interested to touch it. But if you say that, you know, uh, believing in the power of God, for example, or believing in God for your salvation, for example, as the title of the video, someone would click on it. So if you are live streaming, please put the title of the video. The other thing is that once the ceremony is finished or the program is finished during the week, you can also take clips of that video and post them. So for 1 minute, 2 minute videos. So for example, the punchy side, with message, for example, it is not all the time that is punchy. So the places that you are actually blessing the people, and if you are, for example, this time that we are in financial crisis, if the financial crisis is wearing you down, God is in control. If and just giving the examples of how the Jesus and the other disciples were able to survive hard times like this. All those things, if you take clips of them and post during the week, even 3 times a week, that is going to empower people. Not only that, it's going to bring you congregation, because at the end of the day, that's all we're looking for. Impact people and get people to the extent that they can expand and transform people eventually. That is it. Now, the third thing is community. Now, in terms of community, you see, there are so many things, especially with Facebook groups. People have formed communities where they're sharing things. So, for example, if I have a desk in my room and I don't want it, I can go on my local Facebook group and say, I have a desk, and take pictures of it and post it there, and someone will pick it up. And if I want to do business with that as well, what is called the Facebook market, guess what? People are going to come and pick it up and pay me money for it. So there is so much that we can do, but these are some of them.
Wow. I always have to come back just to remind myself a lot of what you've said. I've experienced it. Like again, I can go back to COVID. Who would have said that human beings will value online? Because then people were there, you know, many people didn't know even how to. Zoom was already there. StreamYard, all of these apps started coming out. But who would have known that there will be so much value put on these things, how it served us? And talking about ministry, you know, even after COVID, we have some ministries who are online now permanently because situations, circumstances are different, and for some people anyway, they find that that's the best tool for them. So the dynamics are different. Some people is both. They know they have their physical audience and online audience. So what are we saying here? You have something. Are you good at baking? Are you good even if it's cooking? I've seen some people who have made it. I was having this conversation today with one of my sisters that look, yeah, it's fine to have a salary, but it's good to have something else on the side. Just by cooking, you see somebody have, somebody might say, oh, but they were committed, they were coming cooking jollof rice. I just want to show you how to cook. Are other people cooking jollof rice? Yes, this is something that we Afro-Caribbean people, we have to change our mindset. Like you said, we give so many excuses for not doing something, but yes, still we are on there, we are on the side. If it's jollof you can cook, do a video of cooking your jollof rice. Just be consistent. Give it a week, promote it, give it a week. If you can sing. If you can teach people singing, if it is keyboard. How did David come to fame? This was a shepherd boy, but he had a skill in playing this instrument. And when Saul was tormented by the evil spirit, what happened? They would call David to come and play and soothe him. Let's not devalue what we have. We can come and put it on here and it can profit us come 2023. A lot of us have so much. Wow. Thank you so much for that, Lady B. Let me allow you to say something.
Yeah, let me just add to that point of when you mentioned baking. I just remembered of this young boy, 13. During lockdown, he started baking, and because he was bored, so he will bake. And then his mom said, all this cake, I can't eat it. And he started sending it to church to share. And then people started then requesting for birthday cakes for him to bake for them. And you know what? He also started an Instagram account, and now he has a business. I was also training on the Google. So Google has a digital media course that I was studying not long ago. And then one of the people, that the business owners that interviewed, was a lady called Rachel. She has created a kitchen called Rachel Kitchen, and what she does is to bake cupcakes. Now, I was pleasantly surprised to know that she lives close to me in Finchley. It's not far from me. But what she said was really gripped me, because she said now she is not just selling to everybody. She said, I sell to corporations, I sell to people who are having birthday celebrations, or offices that are having occasions and things like that. So for that, she has been able to expand just baking cake. And where else would she have found all these people? Social media. She is using the organic means, and she's also using paid. and she's making, a lot of money doing that. So yes, the opportunities are a lot, and we just need to tap into that. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Wow. Wow. Just by baking. Yours might be selling water. Selling, you have your African business. You can promote it even here because people travel. People have their relatives. Christmas is coming. You have that business in Africa. You can use your social media to promote it. God, when the scripture says our Father has given us everything that we need. And this social media that a lot of us we are frowning upon has put butter on a lot of people's toast, a lot of people's bread, and he's still in the business because it's not passion. He wants us all to function well. He wants us all to prosper. Thank you so much. You spoke about the young person baking cake, and I have my young lady baking cake here. We're gonna be working come 2023. We're working on her platform. But this again, you're talking about parents and their children. Some parents are still struggling to promote what their young people are doing. So are you still advising for young people to use it? How can parents support their children in promoting their dreams, their passions on social media?
I mean, you know that as far as social media is concerned, should parents allow their children to use social media has always been one of the questions that I get asked. It is not a case of allowing them, they're already using it. So it's not a case of, oh, will I allow them? Whether you allow them or not, they're already using it. But how can you support them so that they are able to use it productively rather than just being consumers, them being content creators? Because it's by creating content that gets people to notice what you want to do or notice what you're sharing, so that they can sort of follow you to the point of when you have something to then sell to them to move them to a different level. In terms of parents, I would say there are two ways that I will answer it. One is, why should parents support their children to use social media? And I want to say that currently, if your child is going to finish university, by the time they finish, they are already £50,000 in debt, 50,000 in debt before they even get a job. Now, when they finish university, there is no guarantee that they are going to get a job. Ask me why or how I know, because I worked in theaters some time back, and I know that some of my colleagues finished engineering, finished accounting, some did photography degrees, and then came back and to train as nurses or ODP, like operation department practitioners, and so on and so forth. Am I saying that there are no jobs after university? No, there are jobs. But you want your child to be so solid in their route to success that there is no shaking. And here is how. My two daughters, first one is now in uni studying business and marketing. If you'd asked me years, or if you ask her when she was growing up, she would not have thought about marketing, for example. But because she started social media marketing, that was a natural path for her. And she loved the idea of marketing. And guess what? They say there are two professions in the world that will never die, and that is what, speaking, and then sales. So sales and marketing goes together. This is a profession that would forever be evergreen, because whether people are selling online or they are selling in person, they need people to market the business. So the second one, she is now in studying computer science and graphics and branding, and it's also based off the fact that she started with social media, posting about food, and then got people to follow her, and then that transition into her starting to learn how to do web design, and now that's what she does for people. So like I've always said, I don't give them money because they can make their own money. What I'm saying is that if you set your child from the beginning, the foundation is so solid that the thing called financial freedom that has eluded a lot of us adults for years. It won't, it should, your child would automatically become financially successful. Now, I was reading this guy's book, Russell Brunson, and I read this thing that he was talking about, education is a scam, and I was just laughing. Now, what is he saying? He's not saying that don't go to school, but he's saying that education is the traditional education is the only place that people are expected to pay so much money and then finish without any guarantee of a job, and then that's what we're still promoting. Now, send your child to university by all means, but make sure that they have something. They already learn how to make money, because this thing called money, let's not be shying away from it. It is here. We as adults, Pastor Flores, me and you, we have worked so many years. Where is the money? Why don't we just teach the children how to make it so that they know how to make the money? And because I know that when you have money, life is smoother. Yes, money doesn't bring happiness, but of course, a rich, um, whatever, a rich
It
sad person,
answers a lot of things.
it answers a lot of things. It answers. So let's teach them. And when you get them to start learning about social media, they're going to learn how to help people promote their businesses online. They're going to learn how to create videos or edit videos for people. They are going to learn how to design a website for people. They are going to learn how to do, just name it, anything online. I was listening to this young girl. You can Google her, or she's on YouTube. Patricia Bright. She is a young black girl, 1.2 million followers on YouTube, subscribers. You know what? At university, she was studying accounting and doing fashion. So she would do her makeup and fashion and video herself and put on YouTube. Guess what? She is living the life because she started this. And while she was schooling and in the traditional education, even if she had a job now, she would be counting other people's money. But now she's working for herself and businesses. Gymshark, for example, which is a $1 billion company, she's currently promoting their products. It's amazing what this current online system can do for us if we open ourselves up and if we open our minds up to learn and to give our children the permission and the support to be able to capitalize on this, other than following the traditional system. For me, I feel that it's dead, because we are expected to retire when 68. And then how much are they going to give us on retirement? Even if there is money at all, I always say that by the time some of us get there, there's no money in the coffers. And our children, we are still training our children to follow that path. Why? We can do the children. The good thing is that we don't even have to teach them. We just need to guide them so that they can do their thing, because this online system, they already know it. We just need to be there for them and give them the support, and they'll be able to crush it, become financially independent quicker than we could ever imagine. And indeed, our old life shall be glorious as well.
Wow, thank you so much, Lady Beatrice. I can't even believe the time has just gone. When you're talking about something that's so pivotal, like you just don't want it to finish. But I guess you do offer a lot of training and other things outside of this. So please tell the viewers what's the name of your business and how you can be contact. Listen, some of what you've received today, viewers, you can people pay, and come next year, I think I've introduced a lot of things and a lot of people to us. Come next year, it will be nice to show some appreciation when people come and give us such informations like this. It will be nice. We're going to be having some just in-house sessions on Zoom, hopefully, so that people are able to ask questions on a one-to-one basis with all the speakers that we come on there. But trust me, they've used their time to build themselves up. So it's not going to be free. It might be reasonable. But again, all this is part of moving on with a new mindset and a new mentality come 2023. Lady B, please tell us the name of and I'm so proud of your daughters. Oh my goodness. Who travels? Because the last time someone was in Ghana.
Yeah, blessing. So she got the opportunity to interview one of the Ghana's most sought after movie stars, both Ghana and Nigeria, Jackie Appiah. So that's her proudest moment, and it's because of all this. Because otherwise, she would have been, yeah, she wouldn't have built herself to that level, so to speak. Now, talking about people paying is interesting because there is a saying that people who pay attention. The reason why in our community we are where we are is because we don't want to invest in ourselves. The point is that, as I've mentioned, if your child is going to go to university, they're going to come home with £50,000 debt before they start their adult life. For me, that's the scariest thing. That when I thought about it, that used to scare me, even though my children were young. It used to really scare me to the core. Why? Because why would my children start their adult life in that kind of debt? People tell me that it is not debt because, oh, they will pay it when they start making money. Guess what? I did not start my adult life in debt. But in the UK, for example, in the Western world, they make debt available for us and we get ourselves entangled in debt. And a lot of adults are in serious debt. Now, what you want to do is to make sure that your child can make their own money, and when they make their own money, the only debt they will get into is what we call good debt. That is debt to invest in houses, debt to invest in assets, debt to they will use other people's money. It's called POP, yeah, other people's money to grow their net worth, and become financially independent quicker. So what do I do? My business is called Simply Family Business, as you can see, and I just help you to give your child that opportunity to be able to find themselves. And if you already have a business, I know that if my children didn't support me, I would have struggled. I know that your child can support you. Your child can support you with your content creation on social media. Your child can support you with your video editing. Your child can support you in creating your own website, because literally all these things I'm talking about is what has happened in my life. If you see my website, it's my daughter who did it. You know, and a whole lot of things. So your I give you the opportunity to train you and your daughter or your son to it's a 3-day training that people come on, and then after that I also give you 8 weeks of coaching. So once a week we come online and we talk about your business and just help you to get started, because I know that it can be overwhelming, but with support it is doable. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much for that. So, Lady Beatrice, of course, she's on Facebook, and you can contact her if you have your children, and you already have a business and you're struggling actually to get your children on board. When you were talking about the technological side of it, the young people are so quick. They are so quick to get these things right. My days, my son, he's such a blessing to our ministry. He's such a blessing to our ministry, how he operates so they have skills that we have to help them as well to nurture. And if that's the way they can support you as a parent into your own business, and you can bless them with a token every now and then out of that business, instead of calling someone else and paying them for that. So thank you so much. Please contact Lady Beatrice. If you are shy, you want to promote yourself out there, contact her. She's a living example. of what she's saying. You all know me, I don't bring anybody on here that I don't trust. So you have to trust me to trust someone. Yeah, she's well trusted, and she'll be true to her word to coach you for you to become a better person on social media. Social media is here to stay. We want to use it well. But if peradventure, some of us still don't want to use it for anything other than just posting pictures, laughing at videos, we wish your pocket well. We wish your pocket well.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you so much, Lady Beatrice. Thank you. I think what you've given us tonight is more than enough. Please go back and watch over the video, viewers. If you've missed out, you just joining in the middle or towards the end, go back and watch and listen to this 2023. Use your social media to full potential. Use it for whatever you're doing. Lady Beatrice, what's the last word you want to say to
Thank
us?
you so much for that. Thank you, audience, for listening to this so far. And if you're watching on replay, let us know your comments. Send us your comments or your views. Yeah. So for me, in rounding up this, is for you to think. Number one, social media is here to stay, so that it's not going anywhere. We as adults, we are already committed. We are on social media using 22 and a half hours a day. And if you say that that's not you, think about your WhatsApp time, all those WhatsApp, what's it called, status that people watch. And you can get lost in watching people's status. Put your business there, put your whatever you're selling, put it on also your status so that other people can watch. And so give your children the support so that they can harness the opportunities available on social media for their benefit. Because even though they are using this, we want to ensure that they are using it to create, to make money. There's no shying about that. Money is the reason why we go to school. You can argue all day about it, but for me, I don't see why we go to school. If we go to school so that we can make a living. The living is making money. And if we can support our children to get education, but also get the education that will get them to make money quicker and faster, of course, our life is going to be easier. And we are not waiting until we retire. We're not waiting. A lot of us want to travel and see the world. A lot of us want to give to charities. A lot of us want to expand our ministries. We can't do that because we don't have money. We can do that if we are able to empower our children to use the skills that they already have in creating the money. And indeed, we would live a more fulfilled life and impact more lives. Thank you.
Please, I just realized that you have two books already. So when she's talking, she knows what she's saying.
Oh,
Please, how maybe somebody might want to get this book for their Christmas read. It's not about eating everything. Like I said, you are enjoying that video, you are enjoying this holiday. Let's invest in ourselves.
Yeah. So these are actually free ebooks that I share with my audience. So you go to beatriceyakubu.com / resources. You can get these books, and then they will bless you and bless what you do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lady Beatrice. So these are all the places where you can get her on Facebook. All the links are on there. So please contact her. You can also contact me, and I can link you directly to Lady B in case you feel that there has been a delay. But just be patient. But I'm sure if you reach out, she'll be able to reach to you. Please, we need to ask questions. If we need help, we need to seek help. We need to invest in ourselves to get that information. Thank you so much, Lady Beatrice, for your time today. I really, really do appreciate, and I believe that many people, including myself, will improve. That's the way forward. Will improve for sure. For sure, we will improve. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and God bless you. Have a good
Thank you,
week.
viewers.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Viewers, thank you so much for your time. What a privilege. I just, I thank the Holy Spirit as Sam. He leads me. Sometimes I just get the topics last minute. And when I was planning, I say, what do I end up with? And I just had this and I didn't have any choice. I know it was short notice, but thank God you were available. For this is a benefit to me. And I believe a lot of us that are using social media, you want to improve. I have seen lots of improvement. It takes a lot of consistency, somehow, but there is nothing that we can be successful at. And, we don't have to put in the hard work. You're going to put in some sweat. There's going to be some form of labor, but a time comes you start enjoying the benefit. I've been so blessed by the people who have come on here. Like she said, because I invested on my platform. I network with people. Sometimes, we want to get some things, but we don't want to give. There's going to be some give and take, support others. That's all part of using our social media platforms where support other people, support other people's projects, even if it means sharing what somebody is doing. Oh, trust me, there is power in sharing.
Let
Go
me
on.
just say, you know what? When we talk about social media, I remember just few was it weeks ago that you texted, you were sharing this donation that you were about the orphanage, and then you shared it to me, and that's when I even knew that you were doing this because and this is WhatsApp. So again, we're talking about the power of social media. I was able to contribute with this because she shared. If she didn't share, I wouldn't have known. So that's just to kind of add to the fact that yes, we need to continue to use these platforms effectively and efficiently.
And you know what? As a result of me using, and I just use my WhatsApp for that project. Because I was feeling a bit strong in my body, I just thought, it's late. I don't want to bore people. Something said to me, no, just try. And within 2 weeks, I was able, we were able to feed to all the donors, including yourself. We were able to feed 150 prison inmates, all female. Not only them, including the wardens, including the caretakers, we were able to accomplish that mission. I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to everyone who supports what I do. The Lord bless you. By the grace of God, 2023, as the Lord impacts my life, I will impact your lives too by His special grace. But thank you so much to everyone who has supported me, the programs, your contributions, everybody, my team that supports me in the background, and to all my guests, including you, Lady B. Thank you so much for taking time out. And I pray that, your territory, your course will continue to be enlarged. Thank you so much. Viewers, if you need her, reach out to her. She's on Facebook. Beatrice Yakubu, Beatrice Edisa Yakubu. If you go on my page, you can see that I've tagged her on this program. And also her business is Simply Family Business. You can see what she does with her lovely young ladies. God wants you and your family to prosper this 2023. It's not only parents. Let's start encouraging even our children with the skills that they have to do something. So thank you very much, everyone, once again. Compliments of the season, and we wish you a prosperous and a happy 2023.
Amen. Thank you so much. Bye
Thank you.
bye. Bye bye.
Thank you. God bless you, everyone. God bless you. Bye bye.